And we're live.
Welcome back here to the corner.
To this extra episode.
We've been looking forward to see all of you, my great listeners.
Yeah.
So, Troy, how are you today, huh?
And this is going to be a little bit of a special episode. Hold on there. I just need, because I have a new way to record without interference of this stationary computer. You hear it buzzing. There we go. That's the buzzing. All right. So, in order to counteract that, I am going to record Patrick on my computer, and I have pushed my computer actually 1 meter over to the window, to my balcony, and I will now sit and enjoy a beer on the balcony. I just have to edge myself into the chair here so that I can sit down and enjoy beer on the balcony. If you could see me right now, you would be amazed at how flexible I am. I'm literally there. I actually have to tip the chair in order to sit on my balcony, but I am actually sitting on my balcony right now, and the buzzing sound of the stationery should be gone. So now I'm good. Now I am, as you say in Russia, I am very good now. And
You're sitting halfway out the balcony.
I am sitting literally with my feet on the balcony right now, looking up at the sky, which has no stars on it at the moment, because it's summertime. But it is.
It's because it's cloudy.
Yeah.
Cloudy, huh?
No, it's not cloudy. There's a clear, crystal blue sky. But it's because there's so much light pollution in Aarhus, and it's summertime. So, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry for losing the accent there, but yeah.
So what's the topic for today's episode? We haven't really spoken about it.
The topic is simply Actually, this is going to be a short episode where we just chill. I'm going to go out of the accent now. Where we just chill and just like speak about the toughness of editing and making a podcast in general, because I don't think we have really addressed that yet.
No, I know that we can get into it, but I want to ask a question first. If you were financially independent, you did not have to study, you did not have to work, where would you live? Anywhere in the world.
I would live right here in Denmark.
In Aarhus.
Maybe not Aarhus. I mean, Aarhus is a great city, but it is very crowded, and to be honest, actually, as I'm looking around right now at not 1, 2, 3, 4 apartments that are right next to me, literally right now, but I'm looking at a open window right in front of me right now, where I'm not sure if the person inside can actually hear what I'm saying, but he probably can. And you see, that's the kind of thing that you don't want in a, like, if you were crazy about recording, that is. So yeah.
Man, if it was me, I would want like, it wouldn't have to be a big house, but it would still have to be like a normal sized house by a lake in the middle of a freaking forest, deep into the wilderness of Norway, Sweden, or Finland.
Yeah, me too, man. I actually share that. But the thing is, I need to have a location where I can be elevated Like I have actually grown to like that living here in Aarhus because I love going out on the balcony and looking down on things, like looking down on a garden, like not looking down on humans, but looking down on a garden or a lake or an ocean for that matter. I don't know.
So
I don't know
so
if you
you
can
couldn't have
follow me.
you couldn't have a lake. No, man, I don't like heights. I don't. Like I've lived in an apartment in like the sixth or seventh floor in Oslo, and I don't like it. I don't like knowing that if I were to fall out the fucking window or if there was a fire and I have to jump out, then I'm jumping to my death, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well,
I
like I get what you're saying, but like I guess for me that is partly true. I mean, like I like living on the. I really like having lived on the second floor because that's not so tall that you wouldn't be able to like use a rope to like I have a rope on my balcony literally so that if anything happens like fire wise I can just like bind it to my balcony and rope myself down and
yeah,
it's
okay.
like it's not that tall of a story that I wouldn't be able to do. Like if it was on the fourth floor, yeah, I would be a little afraid. But on the second floor, it's still so close to the ground that you can still get down. You know.
Yeah.
Um, and like like it would just be. I mean, because all I would have to do would be tie the rope to my balcony, put it down, and then like climb down to the first floor balcony, and then climb down a little more, and then I'd be on the ground. Uh,
Speaking of heights, did you watch live during 9/11?
do I watch what?
Did you watch live during 9/11 when the towers hit the World Trade
No,
Centers in New
no,
York?
no, no. I was. How old was I? I was 7 years old when that happened. So I don't
I
remember it.
was I was I was 12, I think. 12, 13 at the
Yeah,
time. Um and holy shit. That was some fucking major catastrophe shit because people were so desperate to get out that
yeah,
people had some people had parachutes. They had fucking base parachutes with them to the offices in the high floors, right? But jumping out of a fucking, I don't know, like an extremely fucking tall skyscraper in New York City with a base parachute is not the smartest thing you can do because one small wrong step or one bad wind cast into your parachute and you fucking die
yeah.
because you get slammed into the skyscraper wall and you fall to your death. 100%. And that happened like so fucking much during the thing, and then on top of that you just had like horrific shit of people choosing to jump to their death instead of facing the flames
uh,
because better to get an instant death than get burned alive, I guess. So that was some horrific shit there. And I haven't been to the top of the Empire State Building in New York yet, but I've been to the top of Rockefeller Center,
yeah.
uh, which is still like really really fucking tall, overlooking Central Park. Well, it is just so fucking high. I just can't fucking be able to stand there and envision that. What the fuck would happen if I fell out of here, right?
True. Like, I think like that high, I would probably also be like, be a little bit afraid, in a way. But like, I don't know, man. I kind of feel like, if I had a house, it would probably have to have a second story, because I like to be able to like go up and like look over something, like.
I get that. I get that. I, I don't know, man. I would still want that fucking lake house in the forest. With maybe a dock to the house with a rowboat to row out on the lake and catch fucking fish. You know,
Yeah.
and I would still choose this, even though I was, beyond fucking driving distance to a restaurant.
Yeah.
Because like I know that like right now, same as with you, I have like access to a huge variety of takeaway. Also for Germany, since I'm only like 30 minutes away from Flensburg,
Yeah.
um, which is a population city of like 100,000 or something. So it is a decent amount of takeaway options in restaurants. But I would still choose that, man, because I don't have the need to get takeaway food and expensive food. But when I make food, then I just find that what I make is like really really simple. It's canned food, or it is just some simple thing, like meatballs, and potatoes, and vegetables, right?
Yeah.
So no, I would still choose that. Even if I had all the money in the world, I wouldn't fucking want to live in a big ass mansion in the Hollywood Hills or
No. I
Holmenkollen
mean,
in Oslo. Or...
definitely not me neither. I mean, like, just because, I mean, even if I had like $1 billion, I still wouldn't want to have like, for instance, still wouldn't want to have a Lamborghini or a Bugatti Veyron or something like that because it doesn't
I also
interest me. I think I
I
would,
also think
if I were rich, I think I would actually be like Gustavo Fring, who still drives a 10-year-old Volvo and it wears pretty much the same clothes every day. Still
it
stylish, but
lives in
still.
an average sized house, a
Yeah,
little less than average sized house actually for Americans.
yeah.
But
Uh,
but yeah,
because, as Gustavo Fring says, uh, everyone can manage to be poor, but to be rich, one must learn.
yeah. Yeah, I think that's like a really great quote there.
Yeah,
But also, I think that a lot of people that get rich, they miscalculate. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
They don't think that, okay, if I buy a fucking 10 bedroom house, 20 bedroom house, 10 bathrooms, swimming pool, garage space for 5 cars and shit, right? They don't think about the maintenance cost of this shit.
no, exactly.
Because
Yeah,
just imagine like something goes wrong and you have to fix something, then all of a sudden you have to pay like $50,000 because it's so much that has to be fixed.
yeah,
And the same like if you get a Bugatti Veyron and that shit needs to go to a service, that's not a regular service, my friend.
yeah,
That's another like 20, $30,000 service to get some special parts flown in from Europe or wherever you are, right?
yeah.
So no, I want to do some more research on this because most people don't have their financials in order as well as you think.
No,
Um,
definitely not. Like that's what you see with people in Denmark taking up all these quick loans
yeah,
and
credit card loans, yeah.
other loan, like just mortgages on their houses.
But
Like
But it's
there's
also you're also like massively fucking exposed to this in the media because you just listen to the radio channels in Denmark, the local radio channels, also in Norway and Sweden. There's always some fucking commercial coming up, and hey, if you need some money, like get it from here, blah blah blah. Only 20% interest rate or whatever, right?
yeah,
you get exposed to it so much, and the same, with gambling, that you get exposed to, Mr. Green. They call me Mr. Green, playing online Mr. Green Casino.
Yeah.
And and I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, when I listen to that kind of this is also partly why I mostly enjoy listening to my own radio channels on my phone, on my speaker at the, my last work, because I was able to, filter this out by choosing radio stations in the world not playing commercials, right? But now I
Yeah.
don't have that choice, and I'm fucking exposed to this shit, and I'm like, what the fuck? How is this even legal?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Trying to
true.
like push that kind of push that kind of garbage on people. Um, so now I don't think that most people have common financial sense, and it's way more common than you and I probably think to take a fucking credit card loan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, and also, when I'm driving on E45 or just driving general, and I'm seeing a new car, I can't help wonder: did these guys pay cash, or did they take a loan to buy, Audi Q7 SUV or whatever, right?
Yeah, and that's
And
one of the stupidest things I think as well, to take a
yeah,
loan to buy a car because a car loses its value so fucking quickly. Like
yeah,
literally, when you drive it off the lot, it is already uh, probably like I'm trying to calculate in dollars here.
it
5,000, probably $5,000 less worth than the original buying price just by driving it
it
off the
decreases
lot.
it decreases in value about approximately 25 points a year.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's true.
Uh, and that's a lot. So
And
yeah, I don't know. I
and
don't know. I
especially
understand
like
it.
yeah, it's okay like if you just buy like a regular average Joe Skoda like my brother and his girlfriend did, just to get from A to B, to be more mobile. That makes sense to so that they can get around easier. But to do it in order to get like a fucking Mercedes or a fucking Porsche, even just to fucking show off, uh,
I Yeah, I understand it if you're able to take up an interest-free loan, but it's extremely few people that have that option to take up interest-free loans, as you need to maintain, a high position in a billion-dollar company in order to get those. Um,
yeah, but I
so
don't get that. Why the fuck do you need to buy a car in order to advance in your job, in order to show off with your coworkers, and your boss, in order to get a promotion? I don't
you
get
don't,
that.
you don't. I mean, like for me, when I grew up, and my family, um,
Yeah,
then me and my sisters was always told that, well, we can either have a big Mercedes or we can have a big boat. We cannot have both. You cannot get the sack and the motherfucking potatoes,
no, yeah,
right? You have to choose, and this is what most people don't understand, because they want that big car, they want that big fucking boat, they want that brand new house built.
yeah,
So I would kill to get some statistics on what the fucking loans are really like in Denmark. How many motherfuckers are sitting with like loans, say from $700,000 plus, and paying off? Because the people that does that have a severe problem if they ever happen to get unemployed.
yeah,
You know, so no, like I'm glad that I didn't fucking when I bought this house. Uh, I could have gotten a loan for, say, $50,000 more, and I could have gotten a bigger house. I could have gotten a garage. I could have gotten a bigger land. But I'm so glad I didn't.
yeah. I
And I'm even
understand that.
and I'm even and I'm even more so glad that I didn't fall in the trap at my one of my former jobs, at that construction company where they were like, "Why don't you build a house with us? It's only $500,000."
Wow.
You know,
Holy shit.
I was like, "Nah, I don't think so. I don't think I can get a loan." Yeah, you can get a loan because we're pals with the bank. And this is another thing, man. They push and they push and they push people to buy because what if you buy like a brochure from a construction company, like a major one, they will get you. They will start calling you like frantically, like almost stalkingly frantically, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
To
yeah, yeah.
get you in that fucking office so they can show you, and then they can show you a house, right? And then it's like, oh, this can be yours. You can have this 200 square meter house, blah blah blah, right? Uh, and then eventually, it will be like, we don't think that we have the money for that. But no, we're friends with the bank. We'll get you the loan for that.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it can fucking go further on. Because what these people don't know in the construction business is that if you run a construction business, you're free to run up the price 10 to 15%. Do you understand what that means?
Now I was a little busy there because I actually broke my chair by tipping too far back now. So
It means
I've gone
it means
inside again. Yeah.
it means that you buy a house, or you agree on paper to buy this house for, say, $500,000, right?
Uh,
With the land and everything. And now I need to just and now I need to check out what the number is of that.
yeah, while you do that,
Um,
I can just tell the viewers what just happened when you heard that big ass crack. That was me tipping my chair backwards. Because the cord on my headset isn't that long, so I was tipping my chair backwards. Just to stretch my back a little bit, and, and the back of the chair broke.
yeah,
And
yeah, I
then,
heard that.
but
So
it's okay. It's just a cheap IKEA chair anyway. So it probably cost like 50 kroners, which is like $10. So it's,
so let me get
it's,
back to what I was saying.
it's nothing.
So this means
No,
this
no,
means
chill out, man. Chill out, man. Yeah. So what you were saying?
um I was saying that this means that if you go to a company, a big construction company,
Yeah.
and and you agree on like, yeah, I'm fucking sold. I'm gonna get this house for $500,000, 250 square meters, big land and whatever, right?
Yeah.
You go to the bank and you got the okay for this. The
Yeah.
construction company is free to run that price up 15%, which means
Damn.
that you can, which means that you constantly can get shit, and they will do this. That hey man, we encountered some unforeseen problems with the house, so we're gonna need another 10 grand. And then the month after, hey, hey, man, we encountered another unforeseen motherfucking problem with the house. So that's gonna be another 20 grand. So call the call the bank and then get back to us.
Wow. Holy shit, man.
And
Damn.
and then if you like want to change something, something as simple as, I don't want that door there. I want it to be this kind of door, or I want there to be a hallway there and a room there instead of there, like some simple shit like that. No problem, man. But that's gonna be another $10,000 as we need to spend 5 minutes correcting the drawings of the house. So
Wow.
eventually, they have run those $500,000 up to $575,000. Right?
Yeah,
That's a big fucking difference. Like, you
but
would
that,
think that, yeah.
yeah, no, yeah, what?
Continue. So, you would think that that's a fucking scam and that's not legal, but it is. It's totally legal.
Yeah, that's how the craftsmanship market works, and I remember this when I worked for that Fapper electrician a couple of years ago in 2016, because I was looking at some of his billing statements in his office sometimes when he wasn't there, and when the apprentice that was also working there, when he wasn't there either, and I was like seeing fucking bills that were way above the initial price that was agreed upon. Like
Yeah.
they might have fucking agreed upon 3,000 kroners, like, oh, that's $500 for an electrical installation, and then there was another bill which was like 2 months later for $800 because they had to change like this small thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Okay.
wow, fuck, man,
And,
electrical, but I think that's just a general thing with craftsmen. They try to like
yeah.
squeeze, especially if it's like businesses. Like if it's private customers, it's not that much. But if it's like businesses, they try to squeeze as much money out of them as they can.
I mean, and that's why this guy is living in a huge fucking house with a
Yeah,
large plot of land around his house.
yeah. So this is my
So yeah,
point, man. Like but there's a good reason for this. And you know what this is?
what?
This is because like in this business, there's not a lot of people who do craftsmanship anymore, and then they have to fucking work like faster, and they have to take on more projects because like you still have to serve as many people as live on the world anyway, even though there's not a lot of people that do it. So then you have to just take on more projects as a craftsman.
Wow.
And then you just do it
Great.
that way, that you just fucking, yeah, because you're the only one who can do it in that fucking pace, like in that fast paced stressful and then of course you because it's kind of like you have a monopoly on the market, like because you're
Yeah.
the only one who can do it, like this guy
That's
Axel
that.
who I worked for, then he can just
Yeah.
press up the price, jack up the price.
Wow. That's
So
crazy.
uh,
I also saw examples of this. People laying roofs. Tiles on the roof of houses.
yeah, my cousin is actually doing that, and he just bought a fucking farm.
Yeah, because holy shit, they take a lot of money.
Yeah, yeah.
They
He like
take they
he
take a
I mean, he took
they
up a
take
loan on 1 million, but the farm cost like fucking 1,200,000. So he had, I mean, he was educated last year, and he has already saved up 200,000 in spare.
yeah, because they charge something insane like $20,000 to $30,000 for one roof,
Yeah, of
right?
course. Now I was saying 200,000.
60.
200,000 is like $50,000 in
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
and then more so it is if it is those glazed tiles, those tiles that is completely smooth and shiny.
Yeah,
That is like the most expensive roof you can get in Denmark and Norway.
yeah. But yeah, he fucking
Half the price that they charge is for work compensation, which
yeah.
means that if it is two guys laying a roof in one fucking week, they fucking pocket $10,000 each for one week.
Yeah, fucking insane, man. And in Denmark, it's like it's even higher. It's like Danish craftsmen have the highest, one of the highest salaries in the world. Uh,
Yeah,
they earn fucking what was that was that fucking fapper I worked for charging. I got $10 an hour because I was an apprentice, but he
yeah,
took
and he got
he took
50
in
or
he took
something.
he took in 5 times that amount, so 50 an hour.
Yeah, 50 an hour.
$50 an hour, folks. Fucking shit, man.
And that's only for that. He also earns money on the materials
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and shit. And then he's probably also writing off a shit ton in taxes for driving, fuel, etc.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But yeah, as I see that a star has popped up on the Aarhus sky here, maybe which I think is Venus or Jupiter. Not really sure, but that reminds me maybe we should make, because we're already in half an hour here,
All right, man.
for this little extra episode of the corner.
I want to take my time to say a couple of words.
Yeah, you do that.
Thank you all for listening. It's really, really good if you like this, then leave a comment. And if you want to be part of the podcast as a guest, please do not hesitate to reach out, as we will make something happen. You know. So as always, comment, like, share, and subscribe, and um, have a pint and go to sleep.